go?
Hello, I'm Shawn. I'm with Maximal Silver, and Doug. Hello, how's it going?
Yeah, good. How about you?
I'm good. We are on our way to convention.
Hooray, convention!
It's going to be fun.
Yes, it's my first convention.
Yay!
Yes.
Could be a lot of fun.
First?
Holy
Yeah,
crap!
it's my first.
We got a newbie. Look at him. He's all small back there.
Small.
I gotta angle the camera a little bit so he looks a little bit smaller than our friend driver Shawn.
Hi, I'm driver Shawn. Wait, hands on the wheel.
Hands on the wheel.
Just pause.
And we are being sponsored by Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man.
He is there to protect us.
Yes.
But yes,
You only get one.
currently on the throughway.
The throughway.
There. Making our way down the throughway.
Got an hour and 56 minutes to go.
Woo!
Oh my gosh!
It is cloudy.
On the bright side, it hasn't started raining yet.
Shh.
I mean, what rain?
Except there's no winter advisory.
The what? We don't talk about what I don't even know what you said.
Look at the trees.
Look at the pretty trees. Look at this. What sun? Let's see sun.
Look at the sun. It's so bright and shiny up there.
Yeah. It's up there somewhere. We just can't see it. Hello.
Hello.
We're driving back from the convention, and I'm tired.
Choo-choo.
Train.
No, I'm tired.
We're all tired.
My name is Tired and Sleepy.
How's it going? Tired and sleepy.
It's Tired and Sleepy.
A 2-hour drive back into town. And then there's still more driving to do after that.
Like 20 minutes, half an hour.
That was Mondays. Google Maps, you don't need to ask me that. What the hell?
Bad Google. Bad.
That was weird. Navigate me to Wendy's. Okay. Had Wendy's. Left Wendy's. How was it? What the hell do you care?
It was a thing.
Yeah.
It took a while to get our food, and that's it.
They screwed everybody's over, though.
Mine was good.
Did they?
No, they just, no, I don't think so.
I mean, they did exactly what I wanted.
I think they just took a while to get people's orders out because they were busy.
No mayo, no ketchup, no mustard.
No condiments.
Maybe I still had lettuce, tomato.
That's not a condiment, though. See, mine was Baconator, a son of Baconator, which I halfway through I'm like, I should have got the full sandwich. But I didn't want to pay $10 for a sandwich and fries. That's primarily why I get the Sun Up now, because the Baconator's expensive.
It's expensive.
It's a good sandwich, it's just pricey.
Wendy's is expensive.
Wendy's has got square burgers. So yes, we went to the con, the Torah con.
I bought cardboard.
I mean, I bought large pieces of paper.
Jimmy has one of my posters.
Actually, I bought a lot of paper.
Me too.
Cosplayed on the first day. That was fun.
I was a Team Skull Grunt.
Sure you were. You keep telling yourself that.
I will.
I was a Nebby. Cosmog stuff. We did a Pokemon group cosplay. That was fun. They came up to like the peoples, the humans, the con people.
The con people.
They would see like at least one of us and be like, "Oh, can we get a picture?" And then they're like, "Well, let's get all of us in it because you know, we're all of us."
We're all from the same game.
Yes, we're all from the same game.
Yeah. Said the plasma grunt. Not plasma grunt, but
No, he's
skull grunt.
the not plasma grunt.
Not plasma grunt.
And Team Skull, yes.
Yes.
And Team Skull, yes. We had an actual skull grunt.
Yep, that was me.
Yes, so we had 2 skull grunts. The Professor Kukui was there, and Lily was there, and I was there. I was the Cosmog, Q, you see. And it was a fun time. We met Professor Oak, Serena, Lucamine, some other trainers, some more skull grunts. We met another plasma grunt. I mean, what? Not another one. No, just one. There was
Just
only
one.
one.
It's only one.
There was no Guzma. No
That was
Guzma.
kind of weird.
So I definitely saw Guzmas at PAX. Hey, that's a truck. And now we're driving.
Beep beep. Doing random vlogs of road, but random reviews of game.
Yeah. Usually up a little. I mean, it can be. Whatever comes up, I guess.
This is acceptable.
Can be a thing. Just go for a drive, talk about games.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think that, in terms of game, that the game's plot, although, assuming like it's multiple parts of a series, do you think that each game should be playable on its own?
I mean, Zelda's like that, and that's one thing I like about it. Like, you can jump in at any point. You don't have to play previous games. Because I jumped in it way late at Twilight Princess, and I still was able to follow what was going on. It wasn't until later on that I discovered, oh, it's not all the same guy. You know, it's a different guy every time it's reincarnated as the hero.
That's the bloodline of the bloodline of the bloodline of the original.
Yeah. So I guess it depends on the kind of game, I guess. So if it's like, I've tried to jump in on certain games, like I tried God of War 3, I'm like, it's cool, and I like the mythos and the lore of the game. Couldn't get into it, maybe because I didn't know what happened in previous games. I could say the same thing about The Witcher 3. I bought it. It was cool, it had really cool lore. Geralt was a cool character. But I'm just like, I know nothing about these characters, and I don't really give a shit about said characters. Never ended up finishing it. I ended up trading it back in. I'm like, you know what? It wasn't for me, I guess. I think that might have been the reason why I didn't finish. I can't say that was the reason why I didn't finish Skyrim, because Skyrim wasn't really connected to any of the other Elder Scrolls games. To me, I don't know. I couldn't get into the world, that one. I got like into the first major mission. I got to be able to do Fus Roda, and then I think I was done after that. I remember leaving the ice mountain, going into a different town, getting attacked by a guard, and I'm like, why am I being attacked? Oh, I'm in a different town. That's why. I'm not the town. I'm not this Jarl Stain. I'm the other Jarl Stain.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this world is too big for me at the time. It was a lot for me to take in, and I kept getting side quests, and I kept accepting them, and I'm like, I got a lot to do. And I know that game was more of a game that would be, a lot of people, it's more preferred to play it in first person, and I'm not a big fan of that perspective. Now I'm just going on a rant about Skyrim and not actually answering your question.
That's alright.
Like I said, I guess it depends on the kind of game. If, like you said with the plot, maybe, you know, if the plot is good, or the world is good and the story is fine, it probably shouldn't matter.
I'm kind of in the boat where, yeah, it's great to have stories that expand between the games, but I always feel that it shouldn't, like, each part shouldn't alienate the player. I mean, yeah, I know that could be a reason for people to
series entries in the main entries in the
Yeah.
series, or like spin-offs as well?
Main entries, spin-offs,
Okay.
just games in general that are kind of like a sequel, like sequels to each other.
I think I have an idea as to what you're talking about. Here's an example. So, the Jack and Daxter series, kind of, it has a kind of a freaky timeline where it goes between 1 and 2. It's a big kind of time skip. But it's like 2 years in between 1 and 2 that a game that came out after it, Daxter, on the PSP, which was focused on Daxter, and you play as him. And it literally is the events between the first and second game of him trying to rescue Jack. No spoilers there. If you played the first game, he gets captured. What else? So that game is completely optional because you can play the trilogy on the PS2 and know, like, you can follow the story. But if you want that little bit of, you know, extra lore of like what happened in between this bit of time frame, you can play Daxter. And Daxter was a fantastic game. I played the shit out of that too. That was the main reason I got a PSP.
There was a jacket that actually I could get stop those games and I could use like for picture.
There was a Jack at the convention?
Yes.
What the hell? I've not seen a Jack cosplayer and I want to now.
I couldn't get him stopped because he was in another group and they didn't have Daxters in the group. There was a Jack and stuff that played.
See, but could you play like Jack and Daxter 2 before playing Jack and Daxter 1?
The beginning cutscene, they give a bit of like, you know, how it was before the time skip. So you kind of get familiar with the characters beforehand. But you could, but it's not exactly recommended because
it's not
like
the recommended option.
Playing through the game, there will be references to the first game, but you'd still be able to, and you'd still know what's going on. Because I know as a kid, I didn't finish 1. I don't think. No, I did. I finished 1, but it's like I hardly remembered it. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that answer. I finished 1, but I didn't exactly remember a lot about it. So I went into playing. I played 2 like after, and I was able to do that. And then, but here, I have another one. The Sly Cooper series. I started with 2, and I got the general gist of what was going on. You know. Family of thieves and all that, and it didn't really. The 2 did not depend on the first game to really progress its own story. It didn't really need to play the first game, but I ended up going back to play it, so I knew I filled in the blanks. So I was able to fill in the blanks.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, I think like I feel as though you should be able to complete any of them however you like.
Right.
And yes, by playing them in order, you get a more like complete understanding of it. But you're not missing out like the entirety of it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I play a lot of games out of order for some reason. Because the way I played the Uncharted series, I started with 2. Then I went to 3, and then I went back to 1. So, the games, you know, they all follow the adventures of Nathan Drake and whatnot, and his treasure hunting, but they don't rely on previous games' adventure. You know, usually they take place, there's a time difference between each game, you know, they don't take place directly after, there's something, you know, you don't have to play the first game, because they don't, because the second game, you start up basically with a flashback, and then you play through the game, and then you get to that flashback. So you basically you start at a point, and then you make your way back to that point. If that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
So and you know you get the gist of the series and the characters, which I agree with you. You should be able to do with most games. Like as long as you understand said characters.
As long as you know who you're playing.
Yeah. And I think that was my issue with The Witcher. I wasn't able to be able to build relationships with said characters. I wasn't like, okay, so this is this guy, and who's this person?
Who's that?
Who's that? Do I really know who that is? Do I care?
These are my friends.
These are friends, yes. I'll do that sometimes in movies, like
this person died. I know this person.
Is that a good thing, or is that a bad thing?
Is that a bad thing? Did I know this person?
Like, I'll do that sometimes when watching movies. Like, okay, even if it's like a standalone movie or a movie to a sequel or a sequel to a movie I've already seen, if a new character is introduced and they don't say said character's name very much, I'll be like, cool. I don't know your name, so I'm gonna give you a name.
Call him Steve.
Because there was a point in, I'm gonna go with Star Wars Rogue One, the Star Wars story of Rogue One, whatever. Rogue One, a Star Wars story. They needed a pilot to, fly something, and I'm like, okay. I didn't expect him to blast throughout the whole movie. He was there the whole time, but I never caught his name. So the entire time I watched it, I just called him Pilot. I'm like, well, you are the pilot, so I'm gonna call you Pilot.
Good.
I'd never caught your name, bro. Sorry.
Oops, I guess. Yeah, I'm really in that boat though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the gameplay could be fantastic, but because I like to try and pay attention to the lore.
Yeah.
Like, even with the Soul series, you can play them out of order because you get a gist of the idea.
Yeah.
Like, you're in a world, it's dying, you're doing what you can to survive. You're either trying to prolong the way the world currently is, or extinguish any flame left and start it up. It's a little more complicated than that, but that's just how that game was presented. Just item. Like, it doesn't like throw the story into your face. It gives you this is A, this is B.
Yeah.
Here's a bunch of little stuff that you can read in items to fill in the blanks in between, or in some character dialogues. But you don't need any of that.
Yeah.
And you don't need to say, play Dark Souls 1 to know exactly what's going on in Dark Souls 2. Being able to play any of them without having to play them in any particular order, ruining the experience, it kind of, at least in my opinion, you can actually, with some games, get a greater appreciation of, the others based on
Basically, if a game can carry itself on its own and not have to piggyback off the previous entry in the series.
Yeah, I consider it